What's up, everybody? Welcome to In Love with Horror. I'm AJ.
And I'm Christy.
And y'all, this is our non-spoiler review for the new horror film from Neon, Cuckoo, y'all.
Cuckoo.
So if you're not familiar with this film, it is a film written and directed by Tillman Singer. I think the prior film that he did was Luz, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah.
That is one that's on my list. I've been wanting to watch that one. But now that I've seen this, I will definitely go back in the catalog and watch that one, y'all. Now, if you're not familiar with Cuckoo, like I said, it's filmed by Tillman Singer, and it's about. I'll read it from IMDb just so I don't
ramble.
Right, ramble or like say a spoiler or something. So this is direct from IMDb, y'all, for Cuckoo. A 17-year-old girl is forced to move with her family to a resort where things are not what they seem, and that is a key component to this film of like the mystery, how the story unfolds.
It's a huge mystery,
right? So just right off the top, jumping to you as I always do.
Yes.
What did you think about Cuckoo?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised by this film. Just because like a lot of people that I follow on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, they talked about this film out of Overlook Festival. And some of those films, a lot of people were hyped up, and when I watched them, they weren't that good.
Yeah, they like to do that.
Yes.
That's why sometimes you can't always trust like people who get a chance to watch shit really early. Because I think sometimes it's the hype of being around other filmmakers and content creators and stuff like that.
It makes it seem like it's
you just
better.
buy into it, you're like, oh man, this shit was so dope, because the experience was dope.
Exactly.
And then when we watch
the movie
it's
is like, ugh. So because everybody was like, oh, this is definitely one you want to watch, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in there with tempered expectations.
Right. Yep.
And so I'm actually glad I did though. Maybe that made the experience even better.
Right.
But yes, it definitely hit off in all cylinders.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was creepy, eerie, scary.
Even had some charm to it.
It had a nice charm, like the aesthetic and the atmosphere. I was like, what time period are we in here? Like you're really like thrust and immersed into this world that they've created. And it's awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Everything about this film was dope. I was like you where I hadn't actually heard a whole lot about the film. Of course, we had seen the trailers way back when. Yeah. But I didn't really read too much about like how this film was doing in terms of reviews about it and stuff like that beyond what was just, slapped in the trailer with the text, right? So I was going in this not really expecting anything. I was just like, I'm just going to go absorb this movie and watch it. And I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Like, this is a good ass film.
I'm actually, because I was trying to read your face during the movie and I couldn't. So I didn't know if you were liking it or not. Well, you know me, right?
If I'm not saying a whole lot, that means like I'm really in tune with the movie.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like something, I'll make a lot of comments about like, oh, this is so stupid. Or like, you know what I'm saying?
We were also watching this film at the SIF Egyptian, and there was quite a few people there. So
it was a good crowd.
Thought you were quiet because of how close quarters you were with the people.
Oh yeah, no. I would, I'll at least whisper some comments to you. I think I did during this movie too.
Just a couple.
A couple, but for the most part, I was really immersed into this world that they were building and what the story was, right? Yeah. The way the mystery is, because the mystery presents itself very early in this film.
It does, but the way they do it is like, what the fuck? Like, you still don't know
it is
any kind of idea of what.
Even the opening scene gives a what the fuck feeling, and so from off rip, you're very intrigued. Okay, like what is going on in this resort area? Like what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like what you see the creepiness in the trailer, like what is this person thing or whatever's in the trailer, you know what I'm saying? You are very enthralled into this and it pulls you in by the performances, the charm, the music. They had some really dope music choices.
The music was great, but yes, the performances, our lead actress, Hunter Schafer. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Did a great job. She did an amazing job.
She killed it.
Dan Stevens, like his character was so on the head, like he was perfect in this movie. Like you didn't know, like, okay, is he good? Is he bad? Like, what's his? He's definitely got to have like ulterior motive. Like, what is it? Yeah, like
he played that kind of like I can't tell if you're genuine or weird. Like he played right on the line, like really good.
He did. But yeah, the whole cast was amazing. I think the parents. Cannot stand those parents, but they played them very good.
They did it good. They did a good job. And this movie, man, like the way the story is told, like exceptionally well. Like the it's written super well. The dialogue is so well. So a lot of like emotional, like really heavy emotional moments, but there's also creepy moments as well. Like the story has a lot of heart to it.
It does.
To the point where even the ending I thought was amazing.
Man, yeah.
Like some of the you know, what's the right word to use, like the dichotomy or whatever between like basically two choices and things like that. Like it was just a brilliantly written story. Like I was like just like, damn, they're like, this shit is dope.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking like, man, Neon is they going hard right now, boy. Yes. Like, damn, they're trying to be like the new A24. You know what I'm saying?
Well, honestly, I feel like they are.
And yeah, you might be right. They already here with it.
They are already there. They have an amazing catalog. I mean, this year alone, they've put out a ton of heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I feel like probably might be their best year, but I think that they're definitely up there with the A24 level as far as like their brand,
the creativity, the originality.
Right,
This feels very original.
It was very original.
Something you just saying, really, that's how I felt. It felt like something I never really experienced before.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like it felt very creative in that way.
And we're always like, we want more original horror. Well, y'all got it. This is absolutely original and it's really, really good.
So you got to support it, y'all, because it comes out this weekend. Now, I did want to comment that, you know, when we got the chance to watch this, we watched it, like you said, at the SIF Cinema Egyptian, right? But we watched it in 35 millimeter.
We did.
Which is also super dope because I hadn't watched anything 35 millimeter in a long time.
I've never watched anything.
So the vibe, it was just so dope because, you know, it gives you that old school theater experience where you're seeing the film blotches pop on the screen. Sometimes they have to realign the adjustment, all those things, like the focus, getting the audio in sync. Like that was all present. It just added to that movie theater going experience. It felt very old school and I loved it.
Yeah.
And the film was shot beautiful and it worked really good on actual film. Good. It looked great.
I want to know how some of those shots were accomplished. There's a specific one from the trailer where she's on the bike. That's probably one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Sequences, but I was like, I need to see the behind the scenes of this because it was so creative. Like, how did they do that? Like, you know, all of it. It was really good though. But yeah, the shots were really good in this movie.
Like, and it so much like suspense building, so many different twists and turns. Like you don't know where things are going.
What? Even when we got like the majority of the reveal, I was still like,
okay, where are we going? Like, okay, we know what's up. Where are we going with this shit though?
Exactly.
Like, and I feel like it could have went so many different directions, which is cool. Like there's so many possibilities of things. Like even after we were talking about it, we were like, it could have been this, could have been this.
Could have been this, yeah.
There's so many different elements to it.
Oh yeah, there was the ending is it's not completely ambiguous, but there is some ambiguousness to it.
Yeah, there's certain elements where they don't fully explain it, and I think they're leaving it to the viewer to make their own determinations, make their own impressions, that sort of thing.
We didn't get into it, but we did kind of have like a little back and forth on the way home.
Certain things, yeah. And yeah, we can't talk about here in the non-spoiler. Because we want y'all to go in as blind as you can, experience it for yourself. But all that to say, Cuckoo is a dope horror film. Neon is killing it right now, y'all.
For sure.
Let's jump into ratings. What would you give this on our scale out of 5?
Okay, so I'm going to go with 4.5 out of 5.
Woo!
Yes, this really one was so good to me. Great everything. Like to me, everything was great.
Yeah.
It was just that. You know, I don't do the whole parent trope. And that was heavy in this. And I was just like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of understand some of it because I feel like there was that manipulation aspect with Dan Stevens' character. So you can't 100%. I just can't stand that trope. And then just some small things that I had. But other than that, I thought this was really good. This show was like
I think I agree with you because I was bouncing between 4 and 4.5. But I think I agree. I think it warrants a 4.5. It's so creative. It executes so well. It's paced so well. The special effects are really good, and there's a lot of like weirdness to it as well. Like it's just a dope horror film, man. Yeah. Like I can't put it any other way. So I think I agree with you with the 4.5. I think
Hunter Schafer as a star, as a scream queen, I think she was amazing.
Yeah, if you want to, you know, I guess put her into that category.
In this case,
final person. You know what I'm saying?
She is a final girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, y'all, that's our thoughts on Cuckoo. That's our non-spoiler review. We love this film. We thought it was super dope. Can't wait to get the chance to watch this again.
I want to watch it again.
And just shout out to Neon, because they're kind of killing it right now. And that's one of the first things I said when we came out the theater. I was like, wow, like Neon is killing it right now. Like they're really picking the right people to, I don't know if they're buying the scripts or what the process is, but they are getting the right people involved, or getting involved in the right films with the right people. And it's just working, because these films have been dope. Even the ones that maybe I'm not as high on, I still are like, these are still good films, and films that you should definitely go support. Like Neon, shout out to y'all doing y'all thing. Shout out to people who made Cuckoo, because it was dope. But that's our thoughts, y'all. If you've seen Cuckoo, drop down in the comments below. What did you think about this film? It does come out this weekend in theaters. I think it is like a more of a limited release, so you might have to search for it. But I do think it's worth going to the theater, supporting this film, and checking it out, because I think that y'all will like it. Let us know if Tillman's other films are as good as this one. I do want to see that Luz film. I've heard good things about it. We're definitely gonna check that out. But y'all let us know if those other films are at the same level as Cuckoo, and I'm excited to see what they do next. But drop all that down in the comments below, y'all. If you made it this far into the video, thank y'all so much for your support and tuning into the whole thing. If you're listening on Spotify and Apple, shout out to y'all audio listeners too. Yes. On Spotify, you can comment now, so feel free to do that as well.
Leave us a comment.
We read all the comments on all different platforms.
Leave us a review.
But liking and sharing all that stuff helps as well to just get us, boosted up in the algorithm, because we're trying to hit that 2K subscribers.
Yes, on the road to 2K.
We're getting close. We're on the road to 2K, y'all. So help us get there by hitting that subscribe button, y'all, because we talk about all things horror over here. We keep it real over here. We don't bandwagon on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we tell you how it is, like how we feel about these films, whether we like it, dislike it, or whatever the case may be. And we also do the horror news shows live on Sundays as well.
Every Sunday.
So we're gonna be back with that this weekend.
This week we'll be back.
She had a birthday. We was at Midsummer Scream.
Yeah.
So we kind of stepped away from that. We didn't have time, but we will be back with that, y'all, this weekend. So make sure you subscribe for that as well. But that's it for us, y'all. We're gonna check y'all out on the next video. Peace.